Hey, Cherie Marie here. I was just hanging out at the beach and I thought, you know what, I'm going to come on live video and say hello to everyone. Happy Friday afternoon. It's kind of noisy here at the beach, but hopefully you can hear me okay. So I was just thinking, I don't know why that commercial always stands out to me, what's in your wallet. I was, I was thinking about when I was younger and I had little kids and I always had everything in my purse. I always had everything with me for my kids. Like they could play with toys, they could color, they needed a Band-Aid, whatever it was. I felt like Mary Poppins, like you put your hand in my purse, and if you needed it, you could find it in my purse. So I was always prepared, always carrying everything with me. And to this day, I think if you have a headache, you can ask me. If you need a cough drop, you can ask me. I still always have stuff with me. And how I was going to relate that was, about 20 years ago, I went through a divorce and things were happening and I felt out of control. I felt emotionally out of control and I needed tools. And that's when I started to develop my own tools and strategies for life. And I have created these 28 videos to help anybody else who feels like they could use the support of some tools in their bag or in their wallet or in their purse to carry with them in case you need them. And I wanted to share one of them today, and one of them is being conscious and intentional about what you do, about your choices. And I'll give you an example. So when I first started going through the divorce, it was like the cusp of caller ID. So I didn't have caller ID yet. So I would answer the phone and it would be my now ex-husband, getting angry about something or, demanding something of me. And I always answered the phone and I always stayed on the phone and listened no matter how bad it got on the phone. Because I thought if I hung up or something that I wouldn't get what I needed, in this situation. So it took me a while, and every time I would answer the phone, I would get a stomach ache, and it was, I was out of control emotionally. It was just not good. So finally, I realized that I had a choice. And part of it was I realized that whether I answered the phone or didn't answer the phone or did what I was asked to do or not, it didn't really make a difference. So I finally got strong enough and brave enough to consciously choose. And a lot of the time I would answer the phone just to make sure it was him. And if the conversation got out of line, then I would just hang up the phone. And, it was a choice. And you don't want to hang up the phone on anybody, but in those moments, I was taking care of myself and consciously choosing to take care of myself. So consciously and intentionally making choices all the time is amazing. That alone just started. I just figured it out. Maybe it sounds so simple today because people talk about it today, but back then it wasn't so simple. It wasn't something people talked about or I thought about, or maybe it was just me, I just wasn't aware. So a lot of these videos are going to create awareness for you. And, that's what consciousness is, awareness. And, the thing about making choices that I wanted to say too is that we're always making choices all day, all the time. And I wanted to point out sometimes that not making a choice is making a choice. You're choosing not to choose. So you're always making choices. And, I know sometimes people don't want to take a side or they don't want to give an opinion, but that's a choice to not engage in that conversation or not have your, opinion or your truth be known in that moment. And that's okay. I'm just saying it's a good time to start becoming aware of all the things that we're choosing all day, every day. So to consciously and intentionally choose. So I put up a link to the page that talks about these videos I created. Making conscious and intentional choices is one of the 28 days that I talk about. And there are lots more practices. And they're really fun to practice because, when you go about your day and you're just going about your day, it gives you something to actually be in thought about, and it takes your attention off of maybe if something that you're not pleased with is going on. You can switch it around by paying attention to how you're feeling or using one of the tools, and that gives you something to practice. And it changes your focus from what's happening to how you can make it better for you. So I encourage you to check these out. And yeah, it's nice and windy here today. Check out these videos and see if you feel called to purchase them. It's a special price right now of $37, and the price will go up in a couple of weeks. This is the first week they're on sale, so I'm excited to put them out to you. And I hope you'll check them out, and whether you listened live or you're listening on the replay, sending you lots of love and big hugs. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. And if you're somewhere near me in Chicago, I hope you're enjoying this beautiful, beautiful weather. We deserve it. Okay, bye for now, everybody.